If you're scared to make YouTube videos and scared to start filming content, then this is the video for you. Now, you might have no camera confidence whatsoever. You might be scared of other people watching your videos and what they might think of you and what your friends and family are going to say behind your back. Or you just might not know what to talk about and who you're trying to reach, what videos you can make. Well, there's a lot of things that you can do to get around this. But number one is camera confidence. And how you get around that is simply by practicing talking in front of a camera. When I first started making my YouTube videos, it would take me ages to do it. I would always just have bullet points because scripting wasn't really my thing. I would just sort of have bullet points in my notebook and then just go off the cuff and start talking. But I would always trip over my words. I would completely forget to talk. I would mess up everything I was going to say. I'd start developing a lisp, a stutter. There was all sorts of things that I would develop and would just go wrong because my brain would freeze up and wouldn't know what to say during these videos. But the key to it is just practice. At the time of making this video, you're watching this right now, I've just turned my camera on and I'm just filming a video of me talking to the camera. And I'm imagining I'm talking to 100,000 people because that is how you need to practice. That is the best way for you to develop and get better. You just need to start practicing. And I have a lot less outtakes than I did this time 2 years ago. When I first started my channel, I would hit record and I would start talking for a little while. And then I would mess up, stop recording, start again, mess up, stop recording, start again. And I ended up having about 10 video clips and I had to download them all to the computer, right, to sort of figure out which one went where and how to make it all work. And it was really irritating. And there would be so many outtakes and the editing would take me forever. Now, I hardly have any outtakes. The most outtakes I have actually is at the beginning of the video with the intro because you want to get the intro right. And I tried to get that right. I tried to make it sound good, but I have a lot of outtakes with that. Not as many, nowhere near as many as I used to, trust me, but I still have a fair few outtakes. And then when it gets into the flow of the video, like now, hopefully I'm doing this in one take and there isn't many issues with it. And you just get into your flow a lot more and you just get a lot more confident. You get a lot better with your ability. So that is how you practice your camera confidence, is just hit record, no matter where you are, no matter who's around. Just start talking to a camera. You don't need it to be scripted perfectly. Just start talking and practicing, and the practice will get better. It's the same as anything. If you want to be good at anything, you need to practice, and practice makes perfect, or practice just makes better, really. Next is, how do you get over the fear of other people? How do you get over the fear of what other people are going to think of you and what they're going to think when they watch your YouTube videos? God, I've had it, man. When I look at people on my channel, and I've had trolls in the comments who are old friends that I haven't spoken to for 10 years, who obviously look at my videos just to see what flaws they can find, just to get a kick out of putting a comment out of a spelling mistake or me stumbling over some words, or they want to moan about something. You're going to get that. You are going to get that. And a lot of the time it comes from either their own insecurities and they've got their own issues that they can't deal with, or they just get pleasure out of knocking other people down. Unfortunately, there's just people like that in the world. And the best way to deal with it is to just not give a crap what people think. Just don't care. Because there's always in life, and I've said this previously in a video probably about 10, 20 videos ago, but there's always going to be people in your life that disapprove of every decision you make in life. Whether you want a promotion at work, whether you want to go on a course at work, whether you want to travel the world, whether you want to go to the gym and start working out and get more muscly, whether you want to lose 10 pounds, whether you want to buy something, whether you want to get a nice snazzy new car, whatever it is you want to do, people will disapprove it. There will always be somebody that will disapprove of every single decision you make. And if you live your life like that, then you'll never do anything because you'll be too scared of what other people think of you. So the best thing to do is just not care what other people think. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some people that are very, very close to you that will try to give you advice and support, and it only comes from a place of love. They don't want you to get hurt. They don't want to see you fail. But I think that comes from their own sort of fear of failure a little bit. They're scared of you being upset and you being disappointed. But what you need to do is get advice from those people, like your partner, like your parents, your best friends, for example. Get advice from them, but don't act on that based on what you want. You need to just do what is good for you and what works for you. And that is how you just operate best in the world. I want to be successful on YouTube. I want to have a successful business so that I can build a legacy for my family and that I can give them the best life that they deserve. There's people that disapprove of that, I don't care. It's my life and I'll do what the hell I want with my life. So that is the attitude you also need to have. You need to just do what works for you and is going to be the right path for you going forward. And it is tough to begin with. You do get fear of failure. You do get fear of people trolling you. You do get fear of bad comments and fear of judgment. But after a while, it just fizzles out and it just becomes water off a duck's back and you really are not that bothered. And next, you're going to have a fear of, how the hell do I even do this? How do I start filming? How do I do editing? How do I do storytelling? All of that stuff that goes with YouTube, graphic design, thumbnails, titles, all of that sort of thing. You just worry about it. You don't know how to do it. It's too much of a mountain to climb and you just get filled with overwhelm, and half the time you'll give up before you even start. Now, yes, it's a big mountain to climb, but as long as you're passionate about what you're doing, for me, obviously, I love cameras, love making YouTube videos. I love every part about it. So for me, it's no issues me just filming a video and editing it and uploading it, and hopefully it's helping at least one person out there. And as long as that's been achieved, then I've done what I set out to do. I've helped somebody to achieve their YouTube goals or their business goals in general, or even their life goals. So the best part is just to break it down into chunks, break it down into little bite-sized steps for you to follow. Right, okay, what do I need to do first? I need to learn filmmaking 101. Okay, let's start watching a load of free YouTube videos on that and digesting that information. Next, I need to learn some camera confidence. I can sit and watch John's videos on how to be confident on camera and just to practice and repetition and learn to do storytelling and everything like that. And then next you need to do thumbnail design and graphic design and learn how to use Canva or Photoshop. And you just break it down into those bite-sized chunks, and that is how you get started on YouTube. And if you want to know more on how to do it, I've got a link below for a YouTube mini course which gives you all the basics that you need in order to get started creating a YouTube channel. And also don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter, because I'll be sending out emails every single week to help you grow a channel and do everything you need for it. And if you want to know how I've changed over the last 2 years and all the things that I've done over the last 2 years, then check out this video up here, because this is my video on basically everything over 2 years of YouTube and how it's changed my life.